So Google released an update this week regarding AI-generated product reviews. They have updated their product ratings policies, introducing guidelines for AI-generated content and reviews. And basically what they're saying is that automated content, we don't allow reviews that are primarily generated by an automated program or artificial intelligence application. Now what this means in the real world is that any reviews that have been generated, 100% AI, are likely going to be booted out of Google search results. And if you have a website where a lot of your review content is generated with AI, you're probably going to see a pretty negative impact over the next 30, 45 days. So what we're going to do today is I have an article on my site that is, I'm pretty sure is like 100% AI generated. And so what I'm going to do is I want to take this content and we're going to transform it into unique content that's going to be very SEO rich, and we're going to take a purely AI generated article and make it unique and very SEO powerful. And we're going to use AI to do that. So starting off, I'm going to run this through Originality because I want to just verify like how much of it is actually AI. So we're going to scan this. Okay, so as suspected, this content is 100% AI, so we have some work to do. So this article is a review article about two tents, the Nemo Hornet and the Nemo Dagger. Sorry, the Nemo Dragonfly. So next we're going to go over to Agility, and AgilityWriter is a AI writing platform, and it has an option where you can create basically unique content that is AI undetectable. So we're going to create a new article, and it's going to be Nemo Hornet tent versus Nemo Dragonfly tent. And we're going to have it create what's called an advanced, we're going to basically configure the settings here where you have different options that you can choose from. And one of them is an AI detection option. And they have an advanced, which basically boosts your average human score between 50% and 80%. And I've seen it get even better than 80% in Originality. So we're going to keep this on advanced, and we're going to actually change the point of view to be first person, so it can be coming from the perspective of I or me. We're going to leave everything else as is. There's some new features that AgilityWriter has added over the past few weeks. It can include YouTube videos now. It can include AI images, which is pretty cool. So we're going to generate 3. You can get 3 AI images for free in each article that you generate here. So we're going to keep the image style to be, let's actually have it be kind of like digital art, because I'm also going to have real images of the tents in this article. And we're going to keep the styling, which is like markdown styling, the same, and we're going to have it also include a few authority links. That's where it's going to link out to high authority websites. And then we'll just leave everything as it is. So let's first create an outline. Okay, so we generated an outline, and you can generate an outline, and when you do this, you're not using any of your credits in AgilityWriter. It's just giving you a preview of what the article is going to be like. So it's going to start out by talking about the main differences between the tents, and it's going to break down space and fabric, waterproof, weight, features, ventilation, and then it's going to do a comparison of livability, ease of setup, weather protection, price, etc., all the way to user reviews and experiences. So this looks good. So we're going to next add this to the writing queue, and this will queue up AgilityWriter to create this article. So our article is complete in AgilityWriter. It took about 15 minutes, and it looks like it's about a 2,100 word article. So we're going to open it up, and you can see it's included some pretty cool, some interesting AI art. Looks like a helicopter that's crashing. This is nice. So let's take this article and immediately take it over to Originality, because we want to make sure that this content is as unique as possible. So we're going to run another scan of this new article in Originality.AI. And this new content is scoring 98% original. So that is fantastic. So now that we have good original content, we are going to further improve it by improving the SEO. So now we're taking this content over to NeuronWriter, which is a website content optimizer. So I've copied this content, and we're going to create a new query. And we have to define what we want to optimize this content for, so what keywords. So we want to optimize it for Nemo Hornet versus Nemo Dragonfly. So let's start this process. Oh, and by the way, all of the tools that I'm using today, I will have links to them in the description of this video, so you can check there. So even though we've created in AgilityWriter an article that is unique, we want to bring more value to this article. So we want to further enhance it, and we want to compare it to the top ranking articles on, in search engines for this topic. So what NeuronWriter does, if you give it your topic, your focus, it goes and it looks at all the articles that have written about the same topic, and it basically looks at the top 10, right? And what it's going to do is it's going to tell you what you need to change in your article to rank higher than the top 10 results in Google. So we're going to paste our article in AgilityWriter. Okay, so once you paste in your article, I'm going to paste the content. I'm going to also put in some meta information about this article. And every time you make a change, NeuronWriter tells you how your article, your SEO score, so how your article compares to other similar articles. So we can see that in the top 10 articles for this subject, the highest of all the articles has an SEO rating of 79 out of 100. I'm currently at 57 out of 100 before making any changes. The average score in the top 10 articles is 62. So I don't have far to go to be at the level of the best articles on this subject. So the way that you go about improving your article is NeuronWriter gives you an analysis of all the keywords and trending, keywords throughout your article. And it tells you ones that you have. And if you have anything that's in green, NeuronWriter is basically saying you have the perfect amount of that keyword in your article. If it's yellow, it's basically saying you're okay, but it's a little bit too much of this particular keyword. And if you have red, it means that NeuronWriter thinks you have too many of these instances of these keywords. Now, it's okay if you have like a few too many of a certain type of keyword. That's not going to be like super detrimental. It's just letting you know. And then if something is gray, it basically is showing you that you don't have any of these keywords and you need to have more of them. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go through this list, and if there's a keyword that I want to include, I can simply go in here, click on it, I can copy it, and then I look through the article and figure out where's the best place to put that keyword. And as I do this, my SEO score is going to improve. So I'm going to start doing that now. So okay, so I've taken a first pass through NeuronWriter, and I've gotten the score up to 67. So that's pretty good, but it's showing me more areas that I can improve on. So just to walk through some of the ways that you can use NeuronWriter. So looking at this terms analysis over here, it's showing me that I don't have enough keywords in my headers throughout the article. So, it's showing me how much of each keyword I have in my headers. So, it's basically showing me that in my H2 terms, I could use more of the word backpacking, for example. So for example, I could go here and I could put backpacking, and basically making kind of like these slight improvements. And you see, once I added that word backpacking to an H2, I bumped up my score by a point. So that's basically the process of going through your content and looking at these terms and adding the terms as recommended to the right spots. The next area that you can use NeuronWriter is in your meta information. So your meta title and your meta description. So I'm going to leave my title as is because I'm trying to target a specific keyword phrase, but I haven't written my description yet. And you can actually have NeuronWriter compose a description for you. So it asks you like what terms you want to include in your meta description, and then it's analyzing meta descriptions from like a ton of different articles on the web to figure out what's the best description. So you can click write for me. So somebody's out of here. It's basically saying that I have too many terms. So I click write for me, and it's going to compose a suggestion for a meta description. I'm just going to keep it simple. So these are several different meta descriptions that it's offering. I'm not going to take that whole thing. And basically look through adjustments. And now I've kind of gone through the entire process. Now, I can make this better. Like I said, the top articles in Google there's the highest of all my competitors are rated like 79, and I'm at 68. I'm already higher than the top, the average of the top 10 articles. So, I plan to come back to this and make it even better, but this is good, it's a good start. So now I'm going to take this over to Notion and make some enhancements to basically polish the article up. So Notion is another tool that provides a ton of AI features that allow you, I mean, it's really kind of limitless what Notion can do. But what I like to use it for in this specific instance is I have an article that, this article has a lot of different measurements, right? And these measurements are in inches and feet. And I'd like to also provide like metric conversions. So for example, I can select this 7 inches by 18 inches, and I can ask the AI to convert to metric. And then it gives me the metric conversion like instantly. So I can replace that. And then I can do the same for 2 pounds, 5 ounces, and I can click convert to metric, and it saves my commands. So I can go through my article and enhance it by providing even more value. So that's one thing I like to use Notion for. I also like Notion for if I wanted to add more royalty-free or copyright-free images. Notion is connected to Unsplash and Giphy actually. So if you wanted to add GIFs, you could. But I could go in and I can search Unsplash's entire photo gallery, and I can say, okay, I'm looking for a tent in like rainy weather, and I can go here and just click, and it's going to insert this picture of a tent, and it looks like it's about to rain. So this is only the tip of the iceberg in terms of what Notion can do. But in this particular instance, when I'm doing an article like this, I really like to use it to make conversions of like different types of calculations, and also to find more multimedia content. So now that basically this article is done, and by the way, especially when you're creating review content in AgilityWriter, you want to make sure that you review everything that it's come up with and just double check all the facts. You don't want to just immediately publish this to your blog. You want to go through, check the measurements, check the specifications, because sometimes AgilityWriter does hallucinate things. Now, it will give you a solid foundation of unique content, and then you just need to go through it and make sure that everything's accurate and it's not giving any misleading or incorrect information. So it dramatically simplifies the process of creating this content, but there is some work that needs to be done here. So now we're going to run it once more through Originality, because we made a number of changes to it, and I just want to make sure that we're still achieving a high originality score. We're back in Originality, and we're starting a brand new scan after our revised and improved article. So I'm going to paste it here, and I'm going to do the full check. So I'm going to check for AI and for plagiarism. So scanning now. So we've completed the scan, and we're still at 95% original. Plus, we know that this is a super SEO optimized article. Now let's look at plagiarism, and 0% plagiarized. So to conclude, if you have review articles that you've used AI to generate the content, you're going to want to go back over those articles, create fresh, unique, helpful content, and you can use AgilityWriter to do that, in addition to combining it with NeuronWriter to improve your optimization, and running all of this stuff through Originality to make sure that you're always creating the best unique content. So if you guys have found this information helpful, please like and subscribe to this video. And also, like I said before, I'll have links to all these tools in the description. Thank you, and have a great day.